Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So this is the Lord speaking through Moses. Basically, the Lord said he's going to put all the curses that we went through, he's going to put it on the so-called white man, the Edomites.
And the perfect matchup to that is Lamentations 4 and 20 on down.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 20. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of the Lord, was taken in their pits, of whom we said, under his shadows we shall live among the heathen. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity.
And they're doing it right now. And look up the word Uz. Uz or Uz.
Yeah, the word Uz, the Hebrew word there is Iwatazah. It says Iwatazah. It says wooded. Also down here, son of Aram, grandson of Seth, son of Nahor by Milcah.
Yeah, okay, wooded meaning America. Anywhere they went, when they were up in Europe, is wooded. America was nothing but woods, man. Nothing but woods and grass and nothing but vegetation.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee.
Yeah, so that proves we're at the end of this thing, and you can clearly see it.
He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
And who are Edom? That's why this white man refuses to admit that he's an Edomite. Give me one video where the so-called white man comes out and admit that he's an Edomite, man. They don't want to have nothing to do with that word Edom or that name. They don't want to touch it, man. Go ahead.
This is in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary.
Go to the, put in the word
Edom. This is the last paragraph. Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments. See notably Isaiah 34, 5 and 6 and Isaiah 63 and 1. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from the Most High.
And that's plain and to the point. Now these scholars that put this book together, they should know who Esau is. And based on what they're saying, they understand that this great destruction didn't take place yet. Okay? Now what does it say? Let's see if Esau comes out and admit that he's he knows who he is.
Nope.
What does he say?
This is from Wikipedia. Edom, it says, was a Semitic inhabited historical region of the southern Levant located south of Judea and the Dead Sea. It is mentioned in biblical records as a first millennium BC Iron Age kingdom of Edom. And in classical antiquity, the cognate name Idumea was used to refer to a smaller area in the same region. The name Edom means red in Hebrew and was given to Esau, the eldest son of the Hebrew patriarch Isaac. Once he ate the red pottage, which the Bible used in irony.
They ain't going to say nothing about who the Edomites are today.
They don't.
Scroll down and see if you can see something.
I did. There's nothing that's.
And then there's a reason. There's a reason for that, man.
Yeah, nothing in reference to who they are today.
The elite know exactly who they are.
Yep.
You got something?
Yeah, in each section of this Wikipedia page, there's nothing that refers to Edom being the so-called white man today. Nothing.
Amen. That's why the masses of you Edomites don't know who the hell you are. So you don't know who your future is. Give me Isaiah 14 and 1.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give, and it shall come to pass in that day, in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from the hard bondage, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, How hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
Because you got some Israelite groups saying, don't be concerned about the white man, just wake up Jake, just the tribe of Judah. You know, not the Mexicans and them Puerto Ricans, because they ain't the children of Israel. All right? Well, the scriptures tell you we're supposed to wake up our people by way of this word, and we're supposed to also condemn this devil, man. That's the main reason why we go out there on the highways and the byways. Is there more? All right, go ahead.
It says, The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth.
Yeah, so payback. Payback is a bitch. Now get me Psalms 14 and start from the 4th verse. And we're going to read down to 7.
Psalms chapter 14, verse 4. Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and call not upon the Lord? There were they in...
Like the Zimmerman, the way he blew this guy away after he was talking about like this guy was nothing, you know? That's why they didn't put the sayings that he said, the things that he said, you know, in the trial, man. Because you were like nonchalant about this guy but being put to death. Read that again.
It says, Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and call not upon the Lord? There were they in great fear, for the Most High is in the generation of the righteous. You have shamed the counsel of the poor, because the Lord is his refuge. Oh, that the salvation of Israel will come out of Zion. When the Lord bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad.
And that's what we're waiting for. All right, now let's go from there to Psalm 68, verses 10 to 23.
Psalms chapter 68, verse 10. Thy congregation hath dwelt therein. Thou, O Most High, hast prepared of thy goodness for the poor. The bums. The Lord gave the word.
Read that again.
Thy congregation hath dwelt therein. Thou, O Most High, hast prepared of thy goodness for the poor.
Read that again, please.
Thy congregation hath dwelt therein. Thou, O Most High, hast prepared of thy goodness for the poor.
Now look the word up.
Ainya. For the Hebrew word for poor there, ainya. Poor, afflicted, humble, wretched. Poor, needy. Poor and weak. Poor, weak, afflicted. Wretched, humble, lowly.
That sounds like us.
Yeah.
You know?
Come.
Because we ain't got no big mega school for y'all. But we do have the strength of the unicorn.
Yeah,
know?
yeah, that's all the school you need.
That's the only power you need.
That's right.
There's the strength of the unicorn. What verse you in? Go ahead.
The Lord gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it. Kings of armies did flee apace, and she that tarried at home.
Now it says, "Great is the Lord gave the word. Great is the company of them that published it." Look up the word "publish."
Yeah, the Hebrew word there for publish is bashar. And it says to bear news, bear tidings, publish, preach, show forth. To bear news, to announce salvation as good news, to receive good news. Tidings.
I don't have to. What was that?
Tidings.
Tidings. Go ahead.
And the word company in the margin, it says army. So great is the army of those that published it.
Actually, that word company, penny is bread. Company is to